We just caught possibly the biggest serial killer in August of this year. This man was just casually in his basement, dicking around, thinking he's Walter White dissolving bitches with acid.
I am the danger.
His name is Eugene Horsch. Any man who looks like this and has 50 hard drives, you already know he's up to no good. Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk about something a little scary. We just caught possibly the biggest serial killer in August of this year. His name is Eugene Horsch, and he sure as shit looks like it. Dear God, look at this man. So why do we think Eugene is a serial killer? Besides what he looks like, this all started 2 months ago. So a park ranger, he notices a black BMW parked somewhere it has no business being. So he goes to approach this vehicle because of the obvious parking violation. And as he's walking up to talk to whoever's in there, he hears what he believes to be a female passenger saying, "You're going to hurt me." So right away, this cop, he's walking up and he's looking in, he's seeing what's going on. Immediately, he notices some tomfoolery, right? Eugene is holding some tweezers, a butane lighter, obvious signs of marijuana all over the car. And his passenger is looking a little agitated. So the cop's thinking, okay, something weird's going on. I'm gonna need to see some IDs. And this is where it starts getting a little weird. So this girl, she has the ID of Blair Tonzelli, a girl who went missing 3 years ago. So why the hell does she have that? Let's get into it. This cop's thinking, okay, no one's leaving at this point. There's some weirdness going on. I'm searching this car. So they're looking through. Immediately, Eugene is hit with huge charges. He has illegal weapons. He has a shitload of drugs. And on top of that, he has the ID of a missing girl. So once he's hit with these huge charges, the DEA gets involved. And they're thinking, yeah, we're searching your house for sure, dude. So they go to do just that. And they find even weirder shit than they did in his car. On top of more illegal drugs, weapons, a whole greenhouse operation he has in his basement, a bunch of chemicals all over the place that we don't really know what's going on. A lot of weird stuff. They end up taking like 50 hard drives, other devices from this house. And they start looking into what's there. Because any man who looks like this and has 50 hard drives, you already know he's up to no good. So they're looking through this, and in all of these little devices, there's over 700,000 pictures of what looks like to be depictions of like rape and death. They find over 60,000 videos of basically the same thing, and then over 10,000 hand-drawn drawings and manuscripts, some of them detailing how to perfectly dispose of a woman's body. Right? That's normal to have. Everyone has a manuscript somewhere around the house referring to Ted Bundy and all that. Normal shit. So they're going through all this evidence and they're thinking, this is probably just a bunch of stuff he downloaded from the dark web. He's just a sick weirdo, right? So they're looking through it and they start realizing, hey, some of these pictures and videos, they were taken inside of that home. What's going on here? So they're connecting some dots here. They've come to realize that Eugene already is in connection to the possible murders of 4 different women. As of right now, we haven't found any bodies, but what we do have is videos and pictures of Eugene himself committing crimes against these women, and then in later images and videos, they are clearly deceased. Now, the only people we have confirmed are Gabrielle, who went missing in 2012, and Maribel, who went missing in 2018. The other 2 people we believed are involved are Blair, who went missing in 2023, and Amy. Now, Amy was actually married to Eugene's father, Raymond. And her family always believed that something happened to her. Which, I mean, I believe it. Do you see who she's married to? That's literally Beta from The Walking Fucking Dead. What are we doing here? So, during her missing persons report, I looked into it. Unfortunately, she was having some drug issues, some mental issues, so we already know how the police are with investigating people who have drug problems. They don't. They go, oh yeah, we'll look into it. Throw that shit right out. Now, the crazy part of this is Blair actually told people days before she went missing about this weird guy that would come over to her dad's house and talk about dissolving people in giant barrels. Just casual talk over breakfast and shit. Just normal people have these conversations. So, clearly this might be why we haven't found any bodies yet. Because when the police were looking through his house, they did find these giant barrels. And they found some kind of weird, oily, chemically substance on them that they're still not sure what it is. We're analyzing, trying to figure out what it is, what it does, why he was doing this. I think we can all start piecing together why you would have, giant barrels in your basement full of chemicals and then pictures and videos of dead people. This man was just casually in his basement, dicking around, thinking he's Walter White dissolving bitches with acid. What is going on? What are we talking about? Clearly we know what these barrels were for, right? But maybe I'm just connecting the dots too quickly here. So on top of that, we also find 5 urns. They're filled with human remains. We don't know who these belong to. We don't know if they're possible victims. I'm just saying every killer seems to have their kind of trope thing, so I'm thinking we should really look into this. This might be early set victims. He realizes, man, fire's a lot of fucking work. I'll just melt these bitches in my basement. Easy peasy. So at this point, we know there's about 10 bodies connected to all of this, but we've only gone through 5% of the evidence. 5%. Within 2 months. So you already know this is going to be a long case. This is something that's possibly going to take us years and years and years of finding evidence, connecting the dots, finding bodies, pulling up cold cases, seeing what matches to what. Now we're talking about a man who's possibly been doing this for 14 years. And we already know a fair amount about serial killers and their habits. We know most serial killers, they tend to go few months in between killing, not years. So if he started 14 fucking years ago, just imagine the amount of evidence we're going to be pulling up. They already have this Mount Everest pile over here. You already know there's way more fuck shit happening in that house. And on top of all of that, we still don't know who this fucking bitch is. She over here just has an ID of someone who's clearly missing. Apparently, she told the police, I've been using the ID because I have outstanding warrants. But how did you get it? Is this a victim? Is this a participant in all of this? It seems very odd to me that you have warrants, and instead of just not carrying around an ID at all, you are carrying around an ID of someone who's missing. Did he give this to you? Were you a part of this? That's what I want to know. How did she come to get this ID? And I wouldn't say it's a stretch to think she might be a part of this. We see this a lot more today than ever before, of female lovers being willing participants of crimes. It is much easier for a woman to lure someone into another location where a crime or an attack might happen than it is a man. We see this all the time in sex trafficking and other crimes like this. So I'm wondering, what's the connection? When did he meet this woman? How long have they been together? And was she a part of anything that was going on? Now, the police have said they searched the home. They didn't find any bodies. They even dug up the plumbing to see because, obviously we're thinking he's melting bitches alive. So we're checking the plumbing, we're pulling up things. So far, nothing has been found. But, this man, we already know he did it inside the home. We have the evidence to see it was done right here, right now. So clearly we're going to be finding something out soon. This man, he looks like he doesn't even know how to wash his balls properly. I doubt he knows how to effectively clean up a crime scene all the way. All right, we're going to be finding something in the floorboards real soon. And at the moment, that's all we really have. The biggest question right now to me is, who is this unnamed woman? Because there is a reason she is still unnamed. I feel like if she was a victim, they would have either hit her right away or they would have come out and be like, oh my God, we found this girl who's been missing for 5 years. No, something about her is a little suspicious to me. So I'm going to be following this. I'm going to be keeping up with anything the police report on. I'm hoping really soon we start finding at least some bodies, or at least learn what he did to dispose of them, and maybe we can find some peace that way. I don't know. I'm really hoping we get some more soon, being that we've only gone through 5% in 2 months. I really can't imagine how long this is gonna take. But, I'm gonna be with it. So make sure, as always, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon so you get notified and don't miss any of my updates. You don't want to miss the fun. You want to be part of this with me, right? As always, please like my video because it helps me out so much and I'm always so grateful to you for doing it. And leave me your thoughts in the comments. Please be so safe, I love you, and I will see you so soon.